If you are in an Uber or like your DD is driving you home and you've had a little too much to drink, please say something before you just puke all over the car. Please have some common sense and some common respect. Say something. Don't just puke. You know the feeling when it's like a wave rushes over you and you're like, oh God, I'm about to die. Say something. Have them pull over, roll the window down, anything. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to my space. I'm so glad to have you here. I hope that whatever day and time you're seeing this, life is just treating you well. You know, this is kind of a one-off sort of video. I don't even have notes for it. I just kind of wanted to talk to you because right now, as I'm filming this, we're getting ready for Halloween. Halloween is just a few days away from my perspective, but you might be seeing this, in February or something or whatever, June, whatever. So I'm gonna give, I wanted to kind of give some guidelines for having a safe night out on the town or at a party or whatever. I don't know about you. So in my college days, I used to do the thing, go out to bars or go to parties and stuff like that. In my mid-30s, I don't do that kind of stuff anymore at all, but I do see that it's appealing to people. I think I spit everywhere. I see that it's appealing to people still, and I don't think that that's ever gonna change. But there are dangers that come along with going out and having fun. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in. So hopefully this video will kind of give you some guidelines for being safe and having fun. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the most important thing I could say, like the first tip, the first bit of advice is you're gonna go out and have fun. If you can be sober, be sober. Don't drink. If this is something that does not require alcohol, which I don't think any social situation requires alcohol, you know what I mean? But if you can be sober, I would just say do that. No matter what you do, that's gonna set you off on a better path, no matter what. Like, you can still have fun, you can still, have great memories, hang out with your people, and you could do it sober. That's the first bit of advice I give you because it just sets you on a different level. You're gonna remember the night. You're going to be in control of your actions. You're going to be able to drive without worrying about getting pulled over, getting a DUI, none of that kind of stuff. That's stressful, you know what I mean? Going out and partying is stressful as hell, especially if you're drinking. So if you can be sober, I would just do that. And honestly, if you can be sober, you don't even need the rest of the video because you're probably going to be fine. Okay, so let's say you're going to have a normal night on the town and you're not going to be sober. Okay, so the first thing I would do is don't go out by yourself. Have either a buddy with you or a group. Go in a group because there's safety in numbers. And you just stand a better chance of getting home and getting to and from your place, where you live and the place you're gonna go in one piece. You stand a better chance of just having a complete event, you know what I mean? A complete back and forth. So either have one friend with you or several friends, go with a group if you can. If you have to go out alone, I guess, do it, but just be safe. Keep your phone on you. Make sure you have it's fully charged. Make sure you got great signal wherever you're going. I mean, let someone know where you're gonna be if you are going out solo, because I'm telling you, the world we live in is just kind of wild. So speaking of having a friend, so let's say you're gonna be out and you're gonna be drinking and having a good time. Go ahead and designate, find someone that you're friends with that will be your designated driver. Find a DD. Make sure that they're not somebody that's gonna be sneaking drinks or by the end of the night they've ended up having something to drink. Make sure this is someone that genuinely does not mind being the DD. Over the course of my life, I've had plenty of people offer to do it. There's gonna be people out there in your life that are like, yeah, I'll do that for you. Find them. Be good friends with them, you know what I mean? And kind of appreciate them while they're there. Buy them some food, pay for their gas, whatever it takes to kind of make sure that it's equal and it's mutual, but get you a DD. Okay, so let's say you don't know anybody that wants to be a DD, but you still want to go out, you want to have a good time, and you want to drink. Okay, go ahead and have Uber. Go ahead and have it on your phone. Make sure it's on the phone of everyone that's in your group. Make sure everyone has access to Uber. Make sure that everybody has an account. Make sure they've already got a credit card linked up to it before you ever leave your apartment. That just needs to be established. If you can start the night off and end the night with Uber, that's cool. But remember, do this as a group. Make sure that people know where you're going. Have a game plan. If you're gonna hit several bars, go ahead and start. I mean, think of how your city's laid out. I mean, what bar do you want to hit first? Come up with a strategy because you want to have it kind of committed to memory because by the end of the night you might not remember. So kind of have that planned out beforehand. Figure out what you want to do, what kind of experiences you want to have, and that'll add to the safety and your fun. Now let's say you're at a party, you're at a bar, and you're just having a good time. Okay, do not set your drink down. Just don't do it. Have one drink with you and just keep that in your hand. Do not turn your head away from it. If you set your drink down and you walk away and you come back to it, just pour the drink out. Because honestly, people are fucking crazy and they're demented and you just never know what might happen. So, you know, make sure that if you're drinking, be aware of your surroundings, but definitely do not put your drink down. Don't set it aside. Not even for a second. If you do that, just throw it out and get a whole other drink. Now, you don't want to be counting the drinks of your friends, because that's a little strange, but maybe count the drinks you're having. What are your limits? Know your limits before you ever leave your house. Know how many drinks it's going to take for you to become buzzed, how many drinks it's going to take before you're drunk, because you want to kind of be able to gauge how hard to go and how hard you've gone. Because at the end of the night, you got to leave eventually, and you want to be able to leave safely. Even if you're taking an Uber or getting a ride home, if you're completely blacked out, that's not a good situation to be in. So make sure you know your limits, discuss those limits with your close ones. People are going to help you keep accountable and stuff like that. I mean, you don't have to babysit, you don't need to be babysat, but definitely, like I said, have a game plan. If you know that it's going to be 5 beers before you are 3 sheets to the wind, okay, maybe take it easy and don't chug 3 when you first get to the first party or bar or whatever it is that you're doing. Go to parties where you're familiar with the host. I know that you're going to get into situations where it's like you don't know who the host is, or maybe you've been invited to a new place, but if you can be in a familiar setting, that's going to be good, because you stand a better chance of being safe, or at least finding safety if you're already familiar with your surroundings. Let's say you're just in a place and some stuff goes down. You want to know where the exits are. You want to be familiar with this. Oh, that brings me to my next point. If you're with a group or with a friend or whatever, come up with a code word. I love code words. Code words are good for when it's time to bounce very quickly. When you don't have time to have a discussion, I don't care what it is. Like walk up and maybe your code word is Rosebud. Your friends know when they hear Rosebud, put your drink down, let's go. Uber's on the way already. You know, the DD's already got the car pulled up. Come up with a safety plan and come up with a code word so that your people, your close ones, and you know if some shit goes down, time to bounce, time to go. Let's say you're at a party or at a bar and a fight breaks out. Oh my goodness. Please don't stand there and record it. If anything, back away. Get to safety. World Star, that's annoying. Don't do that, okay? If you believe in calling the cops, call the cops. But like at the very least, back away from the danger. Do not go toward danger. I know it might seem like fun because everyone's got the adrenaline in them and maybe you're drinking, but like if it's dangerous, it's dangerous. Please stay away from danger. Don't go into a situation that is potentially harmful to your physical or mental health if you can help it. Now let's assume you're not by yourself and you're with a group or whatever, but like the group's large, the buddy system. Do not go anywhere by yourself, okay? Whether it's the bathroom, to the next bar, always stay with your buddy. Designate a buddy before you ever leave. Again, you've got your code words, and be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't feel right or it doesn't seem right, then it's not right. Bounce, go, leave. Don't ask questions, don't second guess yourself. Just go with your instincts. And that buddy system is going to do you wonders, because you just don't ever want to be in a sketchy situation alone. You don't want that. And unfortunately, things can get super sketchy very quickly. Honestly, be aware of the person that has to be the center of attention, because I promise you, you're not going to ever win. You're not going to be the best. You're not going to be the biggest. They always have to be the guy. You know what I mean? I would encourage you to stay away from the guy. Are you the guy? Don't go to the party, okay? You're going to ruin it for everybody. You suck. You're annoying. Be on the lookout for just very large personalities, because what I found is when there's large personalities and everyone's having a lot of fun but alcohol is involved, it can very quickly turn aggressive. Because those people, if they don't feel like they're getting the attention they need, or they don't feel like you're respecting them the way that they feel they need to be respected, they can very quickly turn violent. Be on the lookout for that, okay? You know them when you see them. You hear them, actually, probably well before you ever see them, because they're loud. If you are in an Uber or like your DD is driving you home and you've had a little too much to drink, please say something before you just puke all over the car. Please have some common sense and some common respect. Say something. Don't just puke. You know the feeling when it's like a wave rushes over you and you're like, oh God, I'm about to die. Say something. Have them pull over, roll the window down, anything. At the very least, use your own hands. And you know what I'm saying? Hand bowl it up, okay? But don't just puke all over the back of the car and like keep it to yourself. Say something, be decent, okay? How would you like if someone puked in your car? It wouldn't be fun, would it? No, it's not fun. Don't be that person. Don't be afraid to go home. If you want to leave and the night's over, or maybe the night's not over, and you just know, hey, this isn't for me, don't be afraid to speak up and say that and go. Get your Uber, get your buddy, and just go home. Go wherever you're comfortable. Because at the end of the day, comfort is what's most important. Comfort, security, and an awareness of your surroundings, that's more than likely gonna lend itself to a good night, and you stand a chance of just getting home safe and having a wonderful night of memories. And finally, just look out for one another. Have each other's back, be there, support one another, be on the lookout for any shady characters or situations. You don't have to count drinks for each other, but hold each other accountable and just be a good friend, be a good steward of humanity and have a good time. Be safe, wear your best outfits, you know what I mean? If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. I hope you all have a great time. If you see this after Halloween, you could use this for any party or social situation, I guess. But did I miss anything? Were there any tips you would have added? Please let me know, comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment below and say, hey, I subscribed. I'd love to hear from you. You're powerful, you're beautiful, you're fun, you're wonderful. We attract love, light, peace, safety, and security as long as we say we do. I'm gonna post more soon. Talk to you later.